All right, guys. Sorry, it's gonna be on my phone. I can't actually figure out where Zoom sends the recordings, so this is just easier. But for question 5, I'm gonna solve it with 10 to the negative 5, as you can see here. Even though on your worksheet, some of you may have solved it with 10 to the 5. And if you did, what's important to remember is that you're gonna have to use the reverse K equilibrium constant when you solve for that. But I am gonna show you the way that I like to solve this, just to make it easy. And that involves keeping the forward reaction K equilibrium constant. And this is the forward reaction, N2 plus O2 is equal to 2 NO. And that forward reaction, happens forward, and it says that we're starting only with actual product, even though it's a forward reaction to form product. And looking at 10 to the negative 5, when K is equal to this, it is pretty small, so that means it's gonna be mostly reactants. And so because it's mostly reactants, I like to actually convert all of the product into reactants. So we have no product to start with. And when we do that, since we had no product or reactant to start with, it converts to 0.114 of each of these, and that's because the coefficient of NO is 2, but the coefficient of both of these is 1, so it's halved. And I make an ice table based off this, and I want to see how much of the product forms. Even though we started with full product, I just converted it all to reactant, and I see how much proceeds forward, because most of it is gonna want to be a reactant. And this is the change, negative x, and plus 2x. And so this is what it looks like at equilibrium, because it's mostly going to be reactant, and we want to solve for x. And so I have the equation for K is equal to NO squared times N2 times O2, which is equal to this. And we know x is really small because of that K equilibrium constant. So we're going to use that as simplifying assumption. And if you want more info on that, I would go back and watch lecture on that portion. But because of that, we can cancel out one of these bottom units and the squared here when we simplify it because it's really small. And then we use this and set this. I just plugged in the values here and set this all equal. Set this all equal to K. And so that's all I'm going to give you for that using this. And that's just the simplified way. Sorry the question was wrong. If you have any questions, email me. But here you go.